Today, you'll learn 5 easy English sentences you can use daily.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Easy English Talk. I'm Jason, your host.
And I'm Julia, your co-host. Hi, everyone. Today, we're going to talk about something very exciting, the 7 habits for fluency in English.
That's right, Julia. Many learners struggle to speak English naturally, even after studying for months or years. The key is not just studying, it's developing the right habits.
Exactly, Jason. Habits are what help you think, speak, and understand English automatically. If you follow these 7 habits regularly, your English will improve faster than you imagine.
And in this episode, we'll not only talk about each habit, but we'll also show real examples, give practical tips, and even a fun listener challenge so you can practice today.
So, whether you're a beginner or you've been learning for a while, this episode will give you easy-to-follow steps to speak English confidently and naturally.
All right, let's get started with habit number 1, daily reading in English. All right, Julia, let's start with habit number 1, daily reading in English. Why is reading so important for fluency?
Great question, Jason. Reading in English helps you see how words and sentences are naturally used. It improves your vocabulary, grammar, and even your thinking in English.
So, it's not just about memorizing words from a dictionary?
Exactly. When you read, you learn words in context, which makes it much easier to remember and use them when speaking. For example, instead of just learning the word decision, you learn phrases like make a decision or take a decision carefully.
Ah, I see. So how can beginners start a daily reading habit without feeling overwhelmed?
Start small. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day is enough at first. You can read short news articles, simple stories, or English learning books. The key is consistency.
Can you give a quick example of a reading routine?
Sure. Every morning, read a short paragraph or a news article. Then, try to underline new words, understand their meaning, and say the sentences out loud. This way, you're not just reading, you're practicing pronunciation and speaking too.
That sounds doable. So, small steps every day lead to big improvements over time.
Exactly, Jason. Remember, the goal is daily practice, not perfection. Just keep reading a little every day, and your fluency will grow naturally.
All right, Julia. Now let's move on to habit number 2, speaking every day. I know a lot of learners are nervous about speaking. Why is this habit so important?
Speaking every day is essential for fluency, Jason. You can know all the grammar and vocabulary in the world, but if you don't practice speaking, your English won't become natural.
That makes sense. But what if someone doesn't have a language partner to practice with?
No problem. You can practice speaking alone. Talk to yourself about your day, describe what you're doing, or even record your voice and listen to it later. It helps you notice mistakes and improve.
Ah, I've heard about that. Kind of like practicing in front of a mirror?
Exactly. And if you can, find a language partner, friend, or online community to speak with. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day makes a big difference over time.
Can we do a quick example, Julia? Let's say I just woke up and I want to speak in English about my morning.
Sure, go ahead.
Good morning. Today I am going to read a book and drink some coffee. I also want to practice speaking English with Julia.
Perfect. See, that was simple but effective. Speaking even short sentences every day builds confidence and trains your brain to think in English.
Got it. So the key is daily practice, even if it's just a few sentences.
Exactly, Jason. Make speaking a daily habit and your fluency will grow naturally.
All right, Julia. Now let's talk about habit number 3, listening to English content. Why is listening so important for fluency?
Listening is essential because it helps your brain get used to the natural rhythm, pronunciation, and sentence patterns of English. When you listen regularly, your speaking and understanding improve automatically.
So it's not just about hearing words, right?
Exactly. You need active listening. That means paying attention to how sentences are formed, which words are stressed, and how native speakers connect words. For example, in casual speech, I am going to often sounds like I'm gonna.
Ah, I see. So listening helps me understand real English, not just textbook English.
Yes, and there are so many ways to practice. Podcasts, YouTube videos, English songs, or even movies with subtitles. Start with short, easy content and gradually move to longer and faster materials.
Can you give a quick tip for active listening at home?
Sure. Pick a short podcast or video, listen once without stopping, then listen again and try to repeat or shadow what the speaker says. This trains both your listening and speaking skills at the same time.
Wow, that's really helpful. So the key is listening daily and paying attention to how English is really spoken.
Exactly, Jason. Make listening a daily habit and your fluency will improve faster than you think.
All right, Julia. Now let's move on to habit number 4, thinking in English. I've heard this is really important, but how does it help with fluency?
Thinking in English is a game changer, Jason. When you stop translating from your native language, your brain starts forming sentences directly in English. This makes speaking faster and more natural.
So instead of thinking in my language first and then translating, I just think in English?
Exactly. For example, instead of thinking, how do I say this in English? Try thinking, I want to say and form the sentence directly. Over time, your mind automatically starts using English.
That sounds useful. But how can beginners start practicing this habit?
Start small. Pick everyday situations, like making breakfast or going for a walk, and describe them in English in your mind. For instance, I am boiling water. I am making coffee. I need to take my keys.
Oh, so I can do this anytime, anywhere, even if I'm alone?
Exactly. The more you practice thinking in English, the easier speaking becomes. It trains your brain to respond quickly without translating, which is the key to fluency.
Got it. So start thinking in English daily, even for small things, and gradually it will become natural.
Yes, Jason. This simple habit can make a huge difference in your speaking confidence and speed.
All right, Julia. Now let's talk about habit number 5. Learning phrases, not just words. I know many learners focus on individual words. Why is that not enough?
That's right, Jason. Learning single words is useful, but if you only memorize words, it's hard to speak naturally. Learning phrases and expressions helps you speak like a native because you use words in the right context.
Can you give an example, Julia?
Sure, take the word decision. If you only know the word, you might say, I have decision. But if you learn the phrase make a decision, you can say, I need to make a decision today. It sounds correct and natural.
Ah, I see. So phrases help me sound fluent and confident.
Exactly. Other examples include take a break, have a good time, or look forward to. These are common expressions used in daily English.
That's great. But how can learners practice this habit?
Start by writing down 5 to 10 useful phrases each week. Try to use them in sentences or conversations. The more you practice, the more naturally they will come to you when speaking.
Got it. So instead of memorizing isolated words, focus on learning phrases and using them regularly.
Exactly, Jason. This habit makes your English sound smooth, natural, and fluent.
All right, Julia. Now let's move on to habit number 6, practicing writing regularly. I know speaking and listening are important, but how does writing help with fluency?
Writing is very important, Jason. When you write, you organize your thoughts in English. It helps you remember vocabulary, grammar, and sentence structures, which makes speaking easier and more accurate.
So writing is like training my brain to use English correctly?
Exactly. Even simple writing exercises can make a big difference. For example, you can write a short journal entry about your day, send messages in English, or even write social media posts.
That sounds simple enough. Can you give a quick example of a writing exercise?
Sure, every evening write 3 to 5 sentences about your day. For instance, today, I woke up early. I read a short English story. I practiced speaking with Julia. Then I listened to a podcast.
Wow, that's short and easy, but I can see how it helps.
Yes, the key is consistency. Writing a little every day will strengthen your English skills, and over time, it improves your speaking too because your brain gets used to forming sentences in English.
Got it. So even a few sentences daily make a big difference in fluency.
Exactly, Jason. Make writing a daily habit and your English will become much stronger and more natural.
All right, Julia. We've reached habit number 7, consistent review and self-correction. Can you explain why this habit is so important for fluency?
Absolutely, Jason. Learning English is not just about practicing new things. It's also about reviewing what you've learned and correcting your mistakes. This helps you avoid repeating errors and makes your English stronger.
That makes sense. But how can learners do this effectively?
Start by recording yourself speaking or writing regularly. Then listen or read carefully to identify mistakes in grammar, pronunciation, or vocabulary. You can also ask a friend, teacher, or use apps for feedback.
So it's not just about noticing mistakes, but also correcting them and practicing again?
Exactly. For example, if you often say, I go to market yesterday, you correct it to I went to the market yesterday. Practicing the correct form repeatedly helps your brain remember it.
Got it. So reviewing and self-correcting is like training your brain to speak correctly and naturally.
Yes, Jason. And if you make this a habit, reviewing, correcting, and practicing, you'll see big improvements in your fluency over time.
Perfect. Consistency and self-correction really complete the 7 habits for fluency. All right, Julia. Now let's show our listeners how all 7 habits work together in real life.
Great idea, Jason. Let's imagine it's a weekend morning and we're planning our day in English.
Okay. Thinking aloud in English, I want to read a short article first. Habit number 1, daily reading.
Good start. While you read, you can also underline new words and say sentences out loud.
Next, I'll speak about my plan. I am going to call my friend and ask about the movie schedule. Habit number 2, speaking every day.
Perfect. And while you call your friend, listen carefully to how they speak and respond naturally. Habit number 3, listening to English content.
Also, I'm thinking in English. I need to pick a time for the movie and maybe buy some snacks. Habit number 4, thinking in English.
Nice. And remember to use phrases, not just single words. Make a plan, decide together, etc. Habit number 5. Learning phrases.
Later, I'll write down the plan in my notebook. Call John. Decide movie time. Buy snacks. Habit number 6. Practicing writing.
Excellent. And finally, after everything, review what you did. Did I use the phrases correctly? Did I pronounce words clearly? Habit number 7. Review and self-correction.
Wow, Julia! Doing all these habits together really makes my English flow naturally.
Exactly, Jason. This is how daily practice, listening, speaking, thinking, phrases, writing, and reviewing work together to improve fluency.
Listeners, try a small version of this today. You'll be surprised how effective it is. All right, Julia, before we wrap up, let's talk about common mistakes learners make when trying to become fluent in English.
Yes, one big mistake is skipping daily practice. Some learners study hard for a few days, then stop. Fluency comes from consistency, not occasional effort.
True. Another mistake I see often is translating everything from their native language. That slows down speaking and makes sentences sound unnatural.
Exactly. And a third common mistake is being afraid to make mistakes. Many learners avoid speaking because they fear errors, but mistakes are part of learning. The key is to correct them and move on.
So, the tips are: practice daily, think in English, and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Yes, Jason. Avoiding these mistakes will help you use the 7 habits more effectively and speak English naturally.
All right, listeners, it's time for your quick listener challenge.
Yes, today's challenge is simple but powerful. Pick one short activity in your day, like making breakfast or going for a walk, and practice all 7 habits while doing it.
For example, think in English about what you're doing, say sentences out loud, use phrases, and write a few sentences about it afterward.
And don't forget to listen to yourself or record your speaking so you can review and correct mistakes later.
Exactly. Even 5 to 10 minutes of this practice will help your fluency grow.
So take this challenge today and let us know in the comments which habit you enjoyed the most.
All right, Julia, let's quickly recap what we learned today.
Sure, we talked about 7 powerful habits for English fluency. Daily reading, speaking every day, listening to English content, thinking in English, learning phrases, not just words, practicing writing regularly, consistent review and self-correction.
Exactly. If you practice these habits consistently, your English will improve naturally and confidently.
Remember, fluency doesn't happen overnight. Small steps every day make a huge difference over time. Keep practicing, stay patient, and enjoy the process.
Yes, stay consistent, and soon you'll notice your English becoming faster, smoother, and more natural. That's all for today's episode, friends. Thank you for joining us on English Learning Podcast.
We hope you enjoyed learning the 7 habits for English fluency and that you'll start practicing them today.
Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode.
And leave a comment below telling us which habit you'll start first. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks for listening, and remember, practice a little every day, and your English will grow naturally.
See you in the next episode. Bye.